Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends, they walked among us indeed. I confess, I never truly. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying and equal. Now that I have come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best to be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And should it be true, as Ishtola said, none save the company have bested Leviathan. How they went about it. This man is of their number. What could he tell us that we do not know already? Yet, having wagered limited survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this? Testimony could yield us any manner of advantage. We not hear it? Damn it all. Twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Yours, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. Can I just take a nap instead? The man you were looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. Stored private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. Your journey proved fruitful. Yep, it's him. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... God, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tracktomb ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, eh? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, eh? Again? The tale of Tracktomb's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabeetus. Now, Leviabeetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide as cross as my member is long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. It must have been a lagoon's worth at least. Knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage, which that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Maybe too modest. Now, there's some say you can never truly beat Leviabeetus, that you gotta learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ah, it's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention, that's all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. Now I'm the maggots you find wriggling in the chocobo dung. Delighted women tumble them. That don't happen much. Remember, it's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabeetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. It was a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. Working my duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent some bombs off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there and then. What? Oh god, just remembering that day made me swallow myself all over again. Hey, you're asking after Leviabeetus, means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Take care, he really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll wind up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Are you worthless, lying whoreson? I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Yours, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviabeetus? I see, that is unfortunate. We await you at the Morabee dry docks. Make sure to make your way here as soon as you are able. Yes, the Whorl leader, I call her, is complete, and she passes all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she's been fitted with a platform so that you and yours might freely maneuver in battle. I would mention that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whorl leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Yeah, keto gumbo. I'm not big on shrimp, but I'll get some chicken and pork in it. Well, sausage eggs. Einzor stands ready to send you off to your encounter with the Lord of the World. Ah, I know that look. You're ready. Having constructed in some haste, the Whorl leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of its hold over water. Depending on how that battle unfolds, you may need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. According to the Maelstrom, we'll once again employ diversions. Thegradinishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill your purpose, if it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my... You would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sopsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thegradinishtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ugiri, the 5th. What words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments, and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you. May the crystal bless and keep. That's such a wild way, like... It's an insane idea. Leviathan's design in this is fantastic. Uh-oh. He does that pretty regularly. If you see him on the side, he's just gonna bounce the stage for the most part. Or if you see the big spire. Oh shit. That was the wrong button. crazy, or do you have to know when that's going to happen beforehand to actually get it? He doesn't do the dashes at all in this one, I don't think. To be fair, it's not that they're much of a threat. The guardrail's still up. We're playing bumper bowling here. In the extreme version, the walls break down. These fall off, so when he knocks the stage down and you slide across, you can fall off. He also has push abilities, which change the encounter significantly.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally.
You should call me stout. My character's almost as tall as she is.
I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Wink nudge.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Oh, he was a kid.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning, but when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Rough ideology. Not help. Healthy. Unpale sword. Direction of the underworld. The admirals have informed me of the arrangement I have in keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for small fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. Serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of the society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will only get you so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. That guy looks ridiculously conspicuous. Inconspicuous my ass. Got business with me, venturers? You're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. Well, with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the far easterner that Merylwib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I'm Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. So you've developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of the shadows. It is in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from each other, I think. And what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Yungari of Dewutsits, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? Oh, no, it did not. Master viewers, I shall remain with these people for a time that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. He is not involved in the ninja quests, really. Sad. The Maelstrom. Yuri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from our galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Will we meet again, warrior of light?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove.
So he used the Echo to
Long
steal
have
a
I known
body.
that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Leviabeetus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, What matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Entire island just gone.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution. Thanks for watching. I currently stream from noon to 4 Pacific time on Twitch and continue this New Game Plus run every Tuesday. If you appreciate the content, please like, subscribe, or watch me on Twitch.